What if your failure to take actions and stick to your plan was never a problem with you, but a problem with your strategy? The strategy that most of the world use and endorses, and what if the science about human behavior, willpower, and the brain suggested a better alternative for sticking to your plans, one that is really practiced or promoted? And what if a shift to this new strategy changed everything for you? And no matter how you felt, you knew you could take actions, reach your goals. From good habits and change your life. Welcome to the world of mini habits. It's all sounds overblown, I know, but you just read my mini autobiography up there. This is the exact reality and the revelation and that transpired for me starting in late 2012. The previous 10 years of my life were a constant search and struggle to grow with disappointing result, but then I tried something that produced a breakthrough unlike I had ever experienced before. So I scrambled to understand exactly why this odd strategy works so well. And I was and am still amazed at how everything fits together. And now here this book, we are quite to blame ourselves for lack of progress, but slow to blame our strategies. Then we repent them over and over again, trying to make them work. But here's the thing, if you fail using a particular strategy more than a few times, you need to try another one. It doesn't matter if it works for everyone else if it doesn't work for you. This is a lesson I wish I had learned years ago. I asked you to touch your nose earlier because I wanted you to prove something to yourself. First, notice that there is no reward for touching your nose. Second, consider that you did it anyway because you can. If you didn't do it, then do it now. So, the following words apply to you, or choose to another small action. If you are one of those stubborn types, you were able to touch your nose because the resistance you felt was not stronger than your willpower. Congratulations, you are now mini habit approves. That was a rudimentary exercise in willpower. If you can force yourself to touch your nose, then you can have success with this book's strategy. I'm not joking. This book exists because I did one push up December 28, 2012. My ability to do 16 pull ups in a row and my approved psychic result from that same push up I read and write every single day. Because of that push up, that one push up was the first step that leads to all of these great changes in my life. Every great accomplishment rests on the foundation of what came before it. When you trace it back, you will see one small step that started it all. Without that one push up, I still be struggling to get motivated to go to the gym and to read and write consistently. That push up leads me to discover this new strategy, which turn into these great benefits. Are you ready to hear the story of the one small action that changed everything for me? How it begins, the one push up challenge. I'm thinking about naming it the Golden Push Up. It was December 28, 2012, and the New Year's was near. Like many others, I reflected on 2012 and was not impressed. I wanted to live better in 2012. My top desires was fitness. I wasn't about to set a new year resolution, through I had decided against them years ago because they have an abysmal 8% success rate. I felt like I had better odds of winning in Las Vegas than in life. Ever since my later years of high school, I had tried to make exercise a habit, but for then 10 years it never stuck. Despite my efforts, those aren't the types of results that instills confidence in oneself. My motivational burst to change would usually last me about 2 weeks before I quit for one reason or another. Sometimes there was no reason, I just stopped wanting to do something before the arbitrary January 1st starting point associated with resolution. I decided to start my exercise right there on the spot for 30 minutes. But I stood motionless. I couldn't get motivated. I went through my usual get motivated routine. Come on, step in, true champions. But in the extra work, I tried listening to up tempo music, visualizing myself with a great beach body, etc. Nothing worked. I felt out of the shape, lethargic, and worthless to the point that I couldn't do anything. A 30-minute workout looked like Mount Everest. The idea of exercise was wholly unappealing. I felt so defeated, and I was. It wasn't just the time or the efforts of a 30 minutes workout that intimidated me. It was the total amount of work I needed to put it to reach my fitness desire. It was the vast distance between here and there, a year's worth of workout beach on my mind. I felt guilty, overwhelmed, and discouraged before I had even done anything. The turning point, months earlier, I had read a fantastic creative thinking and good problem solving book called Thinker Toys by Michael McCallow. One of the creative thinking toys he talk about is called false faces. In false faces, you consider the opposite of what you are currently thinking and see what creative ideas emerge from that. A crude example, instead of building a skyscraper, what if you build a structure deep into the earth, and this generates creative idea by forcing your mind to zoom out and see the spectrum of possibilities. I had a problem to solve, and this technique popped into my head. So I thought about the opposite of a 30 minutes workout. Eating ice creams and watching TV would be one opposite of the exercise. Then I considered that a full 30 minutes just seems like such a huge challenge in that movement that is average. Another opposite I decided could be the workout size. What if instead of big this big 30 minutes commitment of sweat and discomfort, I did a single push up? I would have no requirement to do more, just one push up. It was the true opposite of my Mount Everest workout. I laugh off the idea, literally how pathetic. One push up isn't going to help anything. I really need to put in more work than that. But every time I switched back to my first plan, I couldn't do it after I got right to falling to do the 30 minutes workout. I thought, whatever, I'll do one push up. I got down on the ground, did one push up, and changed my life for good. When I got into push up position, I noticed it was exactly the same the start to the actual 30 minutes workout. I did my push up, my shoulder popped, my elbow needed WD-40. It felt like my muscles were waking up from 24 years nap. But I did a few more since I was already in position. Every push up was an annoyance to my under underused muscles and stubborn brain.